Hey, welcome to episode 2 of WhatTheDealDale. I'm Dale Cover. Got a very special show today. Got a very special guest. Mr. Roze Jiggz will be joining us today, founder of Motivation Wear Athletics. We're going to get to talk to Mr. Roze Jiggz on how he took his company global using social media in under 2 years. Very exciting. Very excited for you guys to see that interview. If you missed episode 1, go back on YouTube and check it out. It was a great show, getting good feedback. As a matter of fact, I want to give a shout out to Miss K. Miss K, you were the first person to actually take your time and type a message saying, Dale, I enjoyed the show. She said she especially liked the Kentucky Fried Chicken joke. She said it's good to come home and have something funny to look forward to. So thanks for even taking the time to even let me know that you enjoyed the show. That's motivating. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. G. Butch Clemens for joining me on the first show all the way from Texas. Very funny man, very funny comedian, up and coming. You should definitely check out episode 1. You'll be glad you did. But before we get into the interview, the question I have for you is, what's the deal with the dude from Subway? They gave this dude 15 and a half years for child sex charges. Or as he would put it, 15 going on 16. Maybe he was just trying to eat fresh. I don't know. They need to name a sandwich after that dude. Call it the Tenderoni with veal and baby lettuce. I hope he still got those big pants, because when he get to jail, there gonna be a lot of dudes trying to fit in them, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even like this the only dude messing up this month. Starbucks is back in the news again. They keep messing up. A couple months ago, they were in the news because they had a little campaign called Race Together. Yeah, encouraging their little employees to start the conversation about race. First of all, what black dude goes to Starbucks to buy a $6 cup of latte? That's a whole nother story. But they're the news now because people are outraged about their plain old red Christmas cup, saying it's taking Christ out of Christmas. No, people. The fat white dude in the plain old red suit is taking the Christ out of Christmas. We need to get rid of that dude. Who's the CEO of Starbucks anyway? The Grinch? And if that was enough people, Dr. Ben Carson dropped a rap album in November. He's gonna make America great again. Matter of fact, he's gonna make America fresh again. I can hardly contain my enthusiasm.
The value of personal responsibility, hard work, creativity.
What happened? How long was I asleep? Last I knew, I was rocking out to Ben Carson. That dude is boring, man. Oh, I hope he don't win the presidency. We'll be asleep for the next 8 years. Time is running out, man. I gotta bring on a special guest. But I got one more thing to show you. We're gonna give a shot at the banana hack, where we can take a ripe banana and restore it to its full freshness. All we need to do, just like when you drop your cell phone in the water, you take your cell phone and put it in a bag of rice for 24 hours. We're gonna do the same thing with this banana. But then we're gonna pull out our blow dryer and dry the banana, and supposedly it should go back to yellow. No brown spots. We're gonna try it, see if it works. So we're gonna give it a shot. We got our trusty banana right here. Been sitting in the rice. Let's see what we have here. This is gonna be some sweet rice once we make it. Let's see here. Look at that. This bad boy is ripe. All right. Let's see what we can do about that. Got my blow dryer here. Let's give it a shot. That took a while. But look, it actually came out a little decent. Not bad. Nice and yellow. Let's give it a try. It's almost that time for us to bring our special guests. But before that, I just want to give my condolences to the people of France. You know, terrorism is no joke, especially from around here.
Hey, yo, hold up. I'm happy for you in France and everything, but Kenya had the greatest terrorist attacks of all time.
So like I said, it's about that time. I promised you guys a guest coming to the show. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to Mr. Roze Jiggz. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great. What's the deal, Dale? Oh, wonderful, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I am doing all right. I'm glad that you was able to take the time, man, and come and hang out with us for a little while.
All right.
Yeah, and it's definitely...
Me too, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, man. That's what this podcast is here for, to give people a voice, to give people reach, and kind of introduce you to some of the people I rode with, you know what I mean? And just try to make that platform, like we said, for people to get together. So it's interesting because we grew up together, right? You could say, same neighborhood.
Yeah.
But, you know, as people do when you know, time takes over, we kind of go our own ways. But interestingly enough, about 6 weeks ago, we ran into each other, which was kind of cool.
Which I thought, was crazy. And wow, like 2015. All honesty, I think the last time he was in the same presence was on the basketball court. And you have a few years on me, so this is pushing 99, 2000. And there was this light-skinned guy out on the court, you know, waves in his head, dunking. And I'm like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? I'm a few years, 5 or 6 years younger than you. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, that's Dale. That's Dale. So I'm like, oh, all right, this guy's out there dunking, and you know what I mean? He's pretty fit. And how crazy is that? Was the last time I seen you.
Yeah, that might have been the last time I dunked too.
Hey, Dale, I know you still got them hops, man. I know you still have them hops. But long story short, I was such a big fan of your basketball skills. When I bumped into you about 5 to 6 weeks ago, all we talked about was basketball.
Yeah.
You so like, I knew you was out part of the comedy show and etc. But it was just like, this is the guy that I used to look up to. This is the guy that used to dunk crazy. Like, all I ever wanted to do was dunk. You know what I mean? And I didn't dunk until I got into like 23, 24 years of age. At that time, I was 14, 15, and you was doing it. So it was real cool, man. It was real cool.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear, man. I never know I inspired anybody, man. But yeah, that's...
Hey, you never know. That's the thing about one thing in life, man. Don't ever quit what you're doing because they say you never know who's looking. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, and it was good. It felt good for me to see you, seeing a young guy, because it's like, you know, I know where we came from. We all have those things we go through, right? We all have our own story. But, you know, I can just imagine the decisions you had to make it to where you are, right? Because I went through some similar environment, right? We all have our own story. And so
exactly, the environment will get the best out of you. You got to make decisions along with sacrifices. You know, if you want to put yourself in a better position in life, sometimes you have to walk away from things or walk away from people or even family members that may try to bring you down. There's a lot of decisions and sacrifices you do have to make. So even you interviewing me today, I mean, I commend you to that, and I thank you truly, like seriously.
Yeah, oh, definitely, man. Definitely. Anyone, like I said, anyone doing something positive, man, we want you on the show. So this is great. So it's like, it felt good to be able to see you on the other side, like, you made it too, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't get you to stop talking about your daughter, right? Which is.
I love her, man. Yeah, she'll be 10 in February.
Yep.
Blessed to have such a beautiful kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's just. You know, when you have kids in this era, they all want to grow up too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the kids in the era, I think they're more needy and their work ethic is at a low time, but they want more things in life.
Mm.
I was just happy to be blessed with a kid who she just wants daddy around. And, you know, I was blessed with that, and that turned my whole head around the way things are going around on the earth and everything like that. So she keeps me focused, she keeps me determined, etc., etc. But but you have some kids of your own.
Yeah, I got 2, man.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
8 and 10. You see them on Facebook, man. These kids, yeah, they're good, man. They're good. You know, I had to do a lot of things first, you know, and trying to make it through with these guys. But I got a great wife, man. And she is like,
oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. My time will come, but yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Happy too. You seem real happy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a combination of that and a lot of other things too. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. I brought her up to say that I can't even take the credit for those 2 guys. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? She's up there right now getting on them about their homework, and it's like 9:23. You know what I mean? Tiger mom. Yeah. So you know, definitely blessed, man. Got a lot of help doing that. And all I'm trying to do is just try to see if I can hold everything together and at least give these guys a good example, right? You know, that's
that's what it's all about, man. A good example, setting a path. I believe, I mean, even when I grew up, I grew up with just my mother, father, was on his own time in life, but mother just basically set the path. You're gonna take it or you're not. At the end of the day, she's still gonna love me. You're still gonna love your kids. I'm still gonna love my daughter. They're gonna make mistakes. Yeah. But as long as you set that path, hey, there's nothing you can say that you did not do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just be there for your children.
Yeah.
Be there for your children.
That's dope, man. But so after we hooked up, which was good. So you enjoyed the comedy show, first of all? This was, so you guys don't know, we do this thing on at Wings to Go. It's like an open mic. Comedians go there and it's kind of like going to the gym. Shoot your free throws, you miss, you hit. And it's on Wednesdays. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Mike Murray, great guy. He runs that open mic at Wings to Go in Johnston on Plainfield Pike. So if you're ever around the area on a Wednesday, 7, 8 o'clock, come on through, have a drink, and we could just kick it. So it was cool to kind of see you there because, it's definitely nice to see some familiar faces out there. And it's cool to meet new people too. But it was definitely nice to see you and your boy.
And that was the place we should have met. That's how I look at it. I'm a big on vision and success, and that's where we were supposed to meet. I had no idea you was doing comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have met you on, I don't know, maybe Thayer Street. Yeah. And we probably wouldn't be speaking, but we're speaking today because I met you at the comedy spot. Right. Something that you're pursuing in life, something you have a passion about. I met you in front of your passion today as you met me in front of my passion that same day. You know what I mean? I look at it like that. Last time we seen each other, we was playing basketball. That was both our passion, but none of us made it to the NBA. That's how we meet 10, 15 years later, over a decade later, and now we're sharing another passion with each other. So I think it's really unique.
Yeah, well, I'm sharing. You didn't share with me that day, though. You did. I had to go.
Oh, yeah. You know why I didn't share that day? About half a decade ago, I learned something. I used to do, long story short, multi-level marketing, network marketing. I learned this one thing. Documentation beats conversation. I could have said, I got this going on, I got this going on, I got all. Once I knew we was going to hook up on Facebook, I have everything documented there. So I'm in a position, I don't even have to really tell people, I got this, no, I'll just show it. Because once you hit add Roze Jiggz on Facebook, they're gonna come into the motivation world. Right. So it's like I don't approach anybody telling them what I have going on. They're gonna see it.
And that's what happened. That's what I saw. And that's good info because I think there's a lot of people out there, trying to do stuff, trying to make stuff happen, trying to figure out this social media thing. But let me back up. So once we hooked up on social media, I found that you have the motivation wear, apparel brand, etc. Yep. So and the message is clear, but you want to talk a little bit about that, what it is about? I'm curious to know a few things, like when did you start? I'll let you take it from there, but I definitely have a few questions.
To the first question, when did I start? Motivational I started February 1st of last year. A lot of people don't believe that. It's been a little over a year. February 1st, 2016 will be 2 years that I started this. People see, I don't know if you want to call it the success or the range that it reached or the level that it's on.
The progress.
Been doing it for 5, 10, like, no, it's only been almost 2 years.
Yep. Wow.
I did motivation wear because, well, originally I had my first collection was Next Level Living.
Yep.
People used to constantly ask me, Jiggz, what are you doing at Next Level Living? Even at the time, I didn't even really know what I was doing, but I used to always say Next Level. They used to be like, Jiggz, what is that?
Yep.
It means I'm doing whatever I want when I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about where we're from, Providence, everybody goes out Friday, Saturday. That's it. Sunday through Thursday, people don't even know what they're doing or they're working in 9 to 5. Me personally, I wanted to go out Sunday, Monday. I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yep.
And I didn't want to live a life of other people where, okay, I can only go out Friday and Saturday because everybody else is going out Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
So, Next Level Living. I'm doing whatever I want when I want. I built up the courage to put it on a t-shirt, and it was just sky from there.
Wow, that's interesting. And so, which is funny when you say do whatever I want, because a couple of days ago when we hooked up to do a test to make sure we can connect here, I was like, oh, so when you want to do the test? It was Wednesday. You were like, oh yeah, let's do it tonight at 9. I'm like, tonight at 9? Don't he know Empire's coming on? But then I was like, okay, the grind. I was like, okay, the grind has no curfew. The grind has no curfew. So.
I mean, I apologize if I took your time.
Nah.
Yeah, Dale, you know what's crazy? I haven't watched TV in over 7 years.
But
I don't even on a television unless it's in my daughter's room. She wants to, but I'm so insanely focused on what I do. I don't have a favorite TV show. I don't watch sports. I love sports. Yep. But I can't interact with that because I'm so focused on what I'm doing with motivation, where I'm focused on my daughter. Yep. Or I'm focused on other ventures that I do that bring in residual income. Yep. People ask me all the time, did you see the show? Now they know, I ain't even going to ask him because I know you don't even own the TV.
That was true to your message. The grind has no curfew. So that's the first thing I was thinking. And your message is kind of clear. So you mentioned that you did network marketing. And I could so that's why I was like, I got to get this guy on here because I could definitely learn something. Because I could see, like you said, stuff's documented. Once you hit your social media, you hook up, you can see what's going on. Everything's there. Everything's clear, And for myself, being a comedian and a lot of my comedy friends and just a lot of people in general that are trying to make use and try to figure out this whole social media thing, we're all trying to because first of all, social media is not really, it's made to be social, but I think people are trying to be creative and try to figure out how they can expand their reach and get their message out. And some people are successful. You're doing really well at it, and so that's really nice to see. I'm checking out your site. I see motivation wears 30 countries. I counted. Yeah. at least 30. And I'm constantly seeing people, a diverse group of people, in your network. And I'm, and it's just curious to me, wow, how is that happening? How does that work, especially so fast?
Yeah, because I think dealing with motivation, you gotta realize motivation is tough. For me, I could say it's not a religion, it's not a race, it's something everybody needs. Mm-hmm. If you're saying you don't need to be motivated, then you're basically saying you don't need to be living in life. You have to be motivated to do anything, to eat, to take out the trash, wash dishes. You have to be motivated to take your kids to sport games. You have to have motivation to do anything on this planet. And it was something that I hardly thought about because I could have did a clothing line and called it anything. I could have did a fashion line. That takes a lot of designing over designing. If you look at motivation with Dale, everything's led with a message. You know what I mean? I don't really have illustrations or graphics. Everything's words. So when I tell people the grind has no curfew, that just basically means, all right, salute to the people who work third shift. That might be the only time of the day or the night people can work. They might have children, they may have other situations. So your grind starts at 11 p.m. 2,300 hours and ends at 07 a.m. You know what I mean? 100 hours, 7 o'clock. Your grind has no curfew. That's what that was about. And for as far as me reaching other countries, I did get lucky. You know, like this is a business. I did get lucky, but I wasn't afraid to put myself in that position.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I reached out to people in Europe, Australia, Motivation Wear Germany, Motivation Wear France, Italy. I did get lucky, but I also sacrificed a lot of time, work, and everything. You know, not even seeing my daughter for a few days because I was so engaged on the business, and people see the outcome. You know, we just opened up Motivation Wear Mexico roughly last month ago with 2 fitness vegan twins. And the whole vegan market is on another level. You know, so we're working with that right now, and I mean, blessed. You know that just blessed to be in this position, and hard work. They say hard work pays off, and it paid off so fast on Motivation. So a lot of people say, "Oh, you must have been doing this for 5 years." I've been in this type. I've done network marketing, but I've never owned a clothing line or a brand, and I didn't ever think, like I said, I wanted to go to the NBA. I would never think at the age of 21, I'll own a clothing line. Motivation Wear at that.
Yep.
But I'm basically just redefining the grind. Motivation's been existing ever since humans been existing. So that's basically what it is. I just put it back out there.
Right. That's dope, man. That's good, man. I'm glad to see you being successful at it and being happy doing it. Well, also, what I wanted to ask you, just because from a general interest, I see you're into bar exercising. What is that called? Is there a name for that? Like Bar Heroes? Because I used to go on YouTube a while back. You know, I used to work out a lot back in the day. Not so much as of late, but I've always seen these dudes on.
We don't know you was a bodybuilder back in the day, Dale.
But I'm skinny now. But so I used to see these dudes on YouTube, you know, doing the bars and stuff like that, and it was just like a totally different way of doing things. But I always thought it was cool, and I see you do that, or you got friends of yours that are
I also tapped into that from Motivation Wear to calisthenics. That's what you call it. It's basically body weight movements.
Yeah,
and it's strictly body weight. A lot of people there I gotta go to the gym to work out. You don't have to go to the gym to work out.
Yep. If
you learn how to control your body weight with simple dips or push-ups or even pull-ups, one of the best workouts you could possibly do, you don't need to go to a gym. You could purchase a pull-up bar that goes in your door from Walmart for $20 to $30.
Yep.
And get yourself an incredible body. You don't even need a gym membership. But with the whole bar thing and the calisthenic, they're called bar athletes, I tapped into that last year as well from when I was in Miami, and I seen a group called Bar Stars. I already knew who they were, and when it originated back to when Hannibal for King, this is back in the early 90s, and the bartenders, they actually started this whole bar movement, and it really just started picking off 2013, 14, 15 to where people actually compete all over the world. From which one of my athletes from Motivation Wear UK, Motivation Wear United Kingdom, he just competed in one. His name's Sensei, a vegan athlete at that. Incredible body strength. That whole team Boss Spotter from the UK.
Yep.
If you was to Google that team, Boss Spotter, or Instagram Boss Spotter, or Facebook Boss Spotter, these guys are on another level, and they're considered basically calisthenic gurus. Like, they mastered how to control their body weight. From doing pull-ups to 360 off the bars, the hands, all that crazy stuff you've seen, Dale. People compete all over the world. And I tapped into it by saying, I'm going to start something called Life Behind Bars. And in Rhode Island, calisthenics ain't big at all. Like, Rhode Island's the basic baseball, football, soccer, basketball.
But don't they do that at Hope?
Yeah, exactly. There's a bar. And that's where I started Life Behind Bars. Now look at it worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, I want to start something called Life Behind Bars, but I don't know how people are going to look at it. The general public's going to say Life Behind Bars. What is he talking about? Imprisonment?
Right.
Jail?
Right.
But in the calisthenic world, everybody's like, how come I didn't think of that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it just, I started an Instagram. This is probably like 5 months after Motivation Wear. and I teamed up with the team from United Kingdom because I see so much potential. This is when they just started 1 year in as well. And I told him, yo, Small Spine, that's one of the founders' names. I'm going to start something called Life Behind Bars. And I seen how he reacted to it in his London accent. And I'm like, yo, this might really go. So I started an Instagram page, Life Behind Bars. You know what I mean? I started putting my name out there, doing my little dips. I wasn't advanced as them. I can't do all the handstands and 360s or anything like that. But then I just started telling people what I'm doing more and more. It grew, and it's worldwide. It's global. Like, it's all over the world. Life Behind Bars. And in the calisthenic world, people are just like, yo, I wake up to pull-ups, I go to sleep. My life is behind bars. And it's a powerful message because there's a lot of dudes who were in prison and they, you know what I'm saying, and they followed it to being, they got out. And them guys, some of them guys are world champions right now.
Yep.
So it was definitely a powerful message, man. Like, a lot of people sleep on calisthenics. Like, it's empowering because you have to lift yourself up in this world. And with calisthenics, it's all your own body weight. So,
and the physiques that they
took off. It completely took off. Behind bars.
The physiques that they have are excellent too. Like, it's like, you know,
excellent.
There's no.
It's all aesthetics.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of people. You know what I mean? They're powered by plants. 90% of my team motivation wear, they're all vegan. Like, if you're on Facebook, you see motivation wear, Russia, UK, Australia, Malaysia, Brazil, 90% of the athletes are vegan.
Wow. Yeah, I hope
they're powered by plants.
I hope you guys are listening, man. If you're listening closely, man, this guy's saying a lot, man. I'm definitely taking notes, man.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. But we're it's a different world, Diddle. It's like basketball in 97, 98. You remember the love you used to show it on a basketball court? Yo, that's Dale. He could dunk. He could off 2 feet. He could spin on you. You know, 2015, that feeling, I think, is gone. And I think the hate in the world overpowers the love. But in the calisthenic culture, Dale, I promise you, if you ever come out with me, I'm going to Cali in 2 weeks. You probably can't make that, but I want to introduce you to so many people. You get that same love back because people want to see you doing better. Or you do comedy, okay, boom, okay, we're going to do next level comedy. We're going to take your comedy to the next level. It's just positive. It's just nothing but positivity.
Wow. Oh, that's great, man. We definitely need that today, man. That's a great message, man.
It's all about picking yourself up. That's what calisthenics is. You're picking yourself up.
Yeah. Wow. So, tell these people where they can find you, man. You said a lot about your motivation wear and what it means, and I think a lot of people that are listening to this are definitely going to want to know how they can follow up with you, where they can find you, because I think the message is really strong. I'm really glad you came on to kind of and share that, man.
You know, find me on Facebook. My personal page is Roze Jiggz, or Facebook.com/Roze Jiggz. The Motivation Wear fan page is Motivation Wear. The actual Motivation Wear page is Facebook.com/Motivation Wear. If you're ever on Instagram, you can find me at Motivation Wear. If you're into calisthenics, there's female calisthenic athletes who are absolutely incredible. They can do more push-ups, pull-ups, dips than I can. I'm pretty fit.
Yeah.
They're crazy. But you can follow the Life Behind Bars page on Instagram as well. Life Behind Bars spelled with 2 Z's at the end. And you can actually see what calisthenic is firsthand. Hey, Dale, another thing a lot of people don't know, wherever city you're in, wherever state you're in, even if you're out of the country, try to please contact me. I can hook you up with a team. You can meet up with these teams, and they can definitely show you how to take your bodyweight training to the next level. No cost at all. Motivation Wear is very big.
Wow, you hear that? If you guys, no matter where you're at, if you want to be a part of that, like he said, they show a lot of love, a good group of people. If you want to meet people and get your fitness in, have a team of people around you to support you and be positive, you need to definitely check out these guys, man. This is great, man. Roze, man, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to get all connected up, testing with me to get this thing going and to put this together, man. I'm really glad that you took the time, and I'm really glad that we're able to get your message out, because it's nice to see brothers like you doing something real positive. I think a lot of people are going to be, can definitely see a good change from learning this information. So appreciate it, brother.
I mean, I got to throw it back at you. They say one hand washes the other, Dale, and hey, thank you for having me. You know, I don't do that many videos. I do like my own personal videos on Instagram. You know, you get about 13 to 15 seconds. A lot of people love those, but this is actually my first interview in almost 2 years since I launched Motivation Wear. So I thank you for having me. No, we don't know where this video is going to go. This video is ending up in anybody's hand tomorrow. So
exactly.
Thank you for having me. It was a blessing to even go to Wings to go. You know what I mean? It was a blessing, and we met there for a reason. Trust me.
Right, man. Yes. All right, guys. Roze Jiggz. Hit him up on all your social media. I'm Dale Cover. This has been episode 2 of What the Deal Dale. We'll see you in a few weeks. Peace.
What the deal, Dale?